What's up, everyone? Coming to you live from the tower and wearing my Helium NYC swag. Got that for going out there and hanging out with a bunch of y'all. A bunch of you now see what my face looks like on all sides. I don't just exist in two-dimensional form. As one guy said, he just recognizes me from the box. Yeah. So I just completed the tower rebuild, which is, there's a lot that went into this. And I thought I'd give you an overview. So let's check that out from top to bottom here. Way up on top here, let me get my finger in the right place. That's an 8 dBi, and that's doing LoRa, omnidirectional communication. This, you might think, is a cellular directional antenna, but that is actually a LoRa antenna. So that's a big 12 dBi and doing directional stuff. If you got some theories as to why I might want to do that, put them in the comments below. Love to see your theories and some different stuff I could do with that. Now, oh, look at that, there's a plane. Hi. All right, then on this whole pole right here, there is a rotator. Ooh, that might sneaky things maybe with those, I don't know. Put your comments down below in the description and check out the description for all the links that you're seeing in here. So the rotator is right there, so that will help things spin around up on top. Then we have the two enclosures. One is from Rack. Actually, both of them are from Rack. This is the original enclosure, and then this is the Bobcat enclosure. But as I learned from losing my Bobcat unit, this thing needs to be, that's why I got it all taped like crazy so that there's no water penetration there. All right, coming on down, we have, 5G Pollen units. So these come from Hexagon Wireless. Short little commercial from them. They're doing deployments. I think they're working on how they're going to scale it out. So you want to check in with them, but they're doing deployments for people who are dedicated and want to get these up in their area. You can check that out. So Pollen 5G in those. Now rest assured, these are not moving. These are not rotating, because otherwise the FCC would come knocking at my door, which I'm not a fan of. Let them do their jobs and find down the other people who are gaming or doing weird stuff. All right, and then a lot of people have had theories about this and saying that I'm doing helium mining. That is not helium mining. This is my directional, or my over-the-air directional, or Yagi antenna. So over-the-air TV. If you are a fan of cutting the cord, you can go get yourself an HD home run and connect it up. That's what I actually have out here. And then what that does is that broadcasts TV to your entire network, which is awesome. I think if you get the Quattro, you can stream up 4 channels at a time. So pretty awesome utility there. So that's why I have this pointed at the good old antennas. So I get free TV. When you're in crypto winter, you got to figure out how to save that money. You might want to cancel some subscriptions that you got out there, and if you want to buy the dip, make sure that you are doing your research on all the projects that you're interested in. Look at that, just hanging out on the tower. Look at that, fall colors. Looks beautiful up here. You want to see that sunset? It just looks sort of. It's really high out here, but we're having a lot of fun. Oh yeah, so going on down, I've got all of my grounding on here as well. So this grounding is now going down on all 3 sides of the tower. So as I scan down here, hopefully you're not going to get dizzy on this, but oh, here we go. This is an H antenna that I was sent for a review, and I'm still reviewing it. And right now I've got that. Now I'm sure you're wondering, does he have 3 miners in one place? What is he doing? That's not legal. Aha, this is my data only hotspot. So you guys can throw as many of these up there as you like to improve coverage. And all it does is catches actual data transfer. So it's good for the network. So I have lots of long range and short range. So this is like, I think, a 3 dBi omnidirectional antenna. So I got that. And then this thing, a lot of you have seen that. That was on my original setup on top of my house. And originally that's what I was doing all the mining on Emirate with. And so now I'm just using that for cable storage. So Winston Lazar made fun of me, which you can check out on Twitter. It was fun. He asked if I was killing any birds with all of my wires that I had dangling from the tower. And true enough, well, there were no birds harmed in this, but it was quite a rat's nest of wires. So I put those all in there so it's nice and tidy, and lock that up. And then here is just a junction box so that I can put the wire. So I sent that all the way down the tower, and yeah, so that's what it's looking like. And then I'm standing here on my deer stand. Deer stand. Who the heck puts a deer stand on a tower? Well, you know what? After being up here for hours, I found I needed something to stand on, because it gets tired. Your feet get tired in these little nooks and crannies of the tower that are down here. So that's what I ended up doing. So I got myself a nice little deer stand, little Facebook marketplace purchase, and that's where I got this tower actually. So doing lots of stuff, getting lots of deals, and oh yeah, there's one more box down here, and it just holds a couple miners, or the data only miner in there, and then my HD home run. So kind of a little bit more wire mess, but I'll be cleaning this up when I take down the deer stand. Now that I've done the tower rebuild, I can take this off for the winter time. So yeah, it's been fun. Had a couple of fun instances of I've actually only had one instance that I fell sort of down the tower. It wasn't too bad. Something got messed up on my descent, such that all of a sudden I thought I'd be descending and I wasn't. I was like rappelling, but it bound up, and then it just automatically just like stopped me in mid rappel, and so that kind of hurt, but you learn. So I ended up getting one rope for ascent and one rope for descent, and a shorter rope for descent so it doesn't tangle. So little tips and tricks that you learn along the way. If you've got questions on how did you make this tower, where did you get the stuff, or maybe this is the first time you've ever seen this tower, put them down below and I'll get to them, and I'll maybe put together a little schematic and stuff, and then we can talk through that on a longer walkthrough, maybe even have a live stream or something like that. But get your questions down below and I will respond to them. Also, make sure to like and subscribe, because that helps. You know, I don't just spam things out there. You're not going to find me putting out the FUD, because I'm a realist. Yes, there are things that Helium needs to improve, and there are things that distract us from our overall goals. But you know what? That's no different from life. And look around to the people who are building the other antennas that are miles around here. They are all contributing to the network, and they didn't just take it down. Now, some of them are. They think that, oh, you know, earnings are low and they suck. You know what? They were programmed in from the very beginning. The network grew amazingly fast, faster than it was anticipated, which caused a lot of the problems that you've seen over the last year. And man, those Blue Jays are very upset. If you can't hear them, they are very upset at me. Maybe they're upset by the low earnings. They're just a nuisance, right? If you've got problems with earnings, you know what? You don't have to build a tower to get really good earnings. By the way, this is still raking in from 1/3 of a token a day to 1/2 a token a day. So there are potential to get good earnings out there. I know that there's one out in the kind of a rural community where there's huge agreement to have one, just like a transmit scale of 1, and it's still making like 0.4 HNT a day. So there are plenty of ways to get your earnings up by just having a great install and working together as a community. So I kind of want to call hogwash on the low earnings. They're programmed in. You know what? And also, everything's down. Not just crypto. The whole market is down. So how are you going to say it's helium's fault? It just doesn't make sense. Some people, they just want to look to something else for the problems. You know who owns your life and the results? You. That's right. I got to own my results too. So, man, it's nice being out here. Nice fresh air. You know what else this tower needs? Some of that GeoNet stuff. If you haven't heard of that, it basically takes pictures of the sky, way up there. Takes pictures of the sky and satellite tracking and stuff. And I'm trying to get one of those Weather XM things too. Dude, I love weather. Used to be a storm chaser for a time. Still actually got on one chase this year. But would love to get a weather vane out here and get all the data just to see what's shaking in the skies. So there are some potential spots open on here. You know what? There's also room for Helium 5G. I haven't gotten an outdoor radio. If you're interested in throwing one up, maybe we can work a deal or something. I don't know. We'll see. It's expensive stuff, so you gotta. I just like you. I'm waiting on the market's returning and making sure, watching the finances and stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be great though. We built an amazing network. It's going to be interesting to see the rollout of this Helium Mobile. It was a big announcement in Helium House NYC. It'll be interesting to see the rollout. I mean, it's hard not to vamp on that, because, man, look at how fast we built a 1 million node network, and now we want to do 5G. I think we've proven it. We can get it done. So it's a great time to buy. Of course, I'm not going to tell you to buy. It's not financial advice. Just like I said earlier, who owns the results of your life? You do. So ask questions, speculate, ask some more questions, get on Discord, talk, make friends. It's interesting. Talked to a guy from Minnesota, and he's like, "Yeah, I messaged you a while ago," and didn't really say anything back. Oops. But we did exchange contacts again, so it was great to visit there and just see all the awesome builders in the helium space. Man, there were some interesting ones. I'm pretty sure one was trying to alter their voice as they were talking so that they couldn't be recognized, which was great. You have the people who don't want to dox themselves and stuff. So yeah. It's interesting, I tell you, this crypto world. All right, I'm gonna get down from the tower now, but I hope you've enjoyed this beautiful view and this beautiful overview. Hopefully you've had lots of fun. I'm trying to get more. Look at that. That's so cool. Can't wait for winter, and then I can take some more pictures from behind all these trees. Right now it's kind of nestled in there, so it's like quiet and unseen, but we'll see what happens when winter comes. Might be quite a sore spot in the sky. Oh man, it's been fun. Hope you've enjoyed watching this video. Don't forget, like and subscribe and all that YouTube stuff. I've got a newsletter. Get on Twitter as well. Give me a follow at Ed Ballou. It's just that simple. All right, y'all take care and be safe. Study up. Do your research. We're gonna make it. We all gonna make it. Bye.